Hi, it's Chris Hunsaker again with Hunsaker Training and Development. And today I want to talk to you about the issue of focus. In the last session that I shared with you, we talked about 10 tools and 10 ideas. I want to talk to you about where your focus goes, that wherever you focus, that's where your energy is. Energy always follows focus. Controlling your focus is the best way to maintain and conserve your energy, as well as to build and expand the energy and capacity you have. So I want to focus on a couple of items. Questions control focus. So let's look at three distinctions that you can make. One is, and this is almost obvious, so much so it's painfully obvious, but I have a saying, if it goes without being said, it should probably be said. There are things that you can control and things that you can't control. When your focus goes to things you can't control, you can have incredible, passionate debates about what the government should or shouldn't do, about how the virus is spreading and what's going on. And all of that does, most of those are things you can't control. And every minute that you spend focusing on something you can't control is a lost minute on something that you could spend on something that you can control. And that is an incredibly high opportunity cost. So every time you find yourself drifting into things you can't control, everybody does it, I do it, happens to all of us. Notice it, stop it, pull yourself back, and go back. What can I control in this situation? What can I go through and do? Now, next thing is there are a bunch of things that we can't do anymore. We can't go to the gym. We can't go to the movies. There's a lot of things we can't do. Some of us can't even go into work. I can't go see clients that I was seeing before. I can't fly. I can't travel. I can't go. I can't run any of my workshops. I can't do any of my coaching in person. All that's gone. And every day you can spend time focusing on things you can't do, or you can spend time focusing on things you can do. Start making a list of all the things that you can do. Write down the things that you can do and start focusing and saying, okay, in physics, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. For everything that you can't do, there are things you can do. And begin to start focusing. Don't lament, complain, and worry about stuff that you can't change or control. Don't lament and freak out and descend into depression and anxiety over all the things you can't do. You can't do them, that's correct, but pull your focus and literally I have to almost metaphorically drag myself by the hair from things I can't do anymore to things that I can do. That's why we're here. That's why we're doing this. I can't get on an airplane. I can't fly and visit my clients. I can't fly and talk to people. You know what I can do? I can take my skills as a coach, the mental models that I spent 30 years accumulating, and share them with people that I love in a manner that they can use so that I can help make things better. That's what I can do. The whole reason you're seeing this video is because I wrote down a list, and one of the things I wrote on the list is I can do a video every day to take the mental models and tools that I have to help the people that I love to survive something that's really difficult. And if we're really good, they can thrive and not just survive as we go through. So make a list of all the things that you can do. Then what are the top 10 best things that you can do? Prioritize them, write them down. What are the things I can do every day that are going to help me out? What are the things that I can do once a week that are going to help me out? And start putting that together and focus on what are the things that I can do. Finally, third critical shift is focusing on what you have versus what you don't have. All of us don't have things that we love, that we enjoy, that matter to us, that were important. And they've been taken away. And they've been taken away by forces that we can't control. When you focus on what you have instead of what you don't have, it fundamentally changes your state. There are a lot of things you don't have, and you may not get some of them back. It's critical to make that shift from what you don't have to what you do have. You can write down all the things you don't have if you want. Write it down, wad it up and ball, throw it away. But then write down, think about, what do you have? I was talking to my friend who's struggling. He has a special needs child. And the care that they need is being limited, the respite care that comes in for them, and they can't get it because of the COVID-19. And that's a really tough situation. He was sharing with me how hard it is and what's going on. We were trying to organize neighbors and stuff to come in and help. And how do we balance the social distancing with helping take care of a special needs child? And I stopped and I thought, I have 5 children. None of them have special needs. I have 3 grandchildren. None of them have special needs. You know what I have? I have healthy kids that don't require extra attention. It shifted my state instantly right there. And when I hung up the phone, I had to stop and have a little quiet moment of, meditation and prayer to just be grateful for something I'd been completely ignoring up to this point, because I was focusing on all the things that I didn't have instead of on what I did have. So here's what I'm going to ask you to do today. Grab a pen, grab a piece of paper, sit down with someone you love, have a conversation, talk back and forth about it. But what are some of the things that you can't control? What are some things you can control? What are some of the things that you can't do? And then what are the things you can do? And what are the things you don't have? And what are the things you do have? Now, if you'll use all three of those, the synergy of them together are better than any one of them individually. The more of your day you can spend on what you can do, what you can control, and what you do have, the more powerful you're going to be in making that shift from surviving to thriving. Thanks a lot for the time today. Use these, make this work, write this stuff down, have these conversations, and have a great day.